Audio here. This is looking at the 4th Street roundabout, 4th and Range line, and it now goes west where 4th Street didn't used to go west, and it goes underneath that contraption. That's a parking ramp on the left and a big new office building on the right. This is the Monon trail at Main Street on the west side of the trail. They're building this contraption with shops, restaurants, and apartments or condos. And then a parking ramp for people to park in. And then on the other side of the Monon, I don't know if it was here before, but there's apartments everywhere. This is looking south from about 2nd Street. Everything's been bulldozed from here up to about Carmel Drive where the existing buildings are. And looking across the Monon towards the Allied Solutions building. Again, looking east, showing the parking ramp along with the Allied Solutions FC Tucker building. And coming underneath there, 4th Street. This new thing being built will be Sun King Distillery. So you can get something to eat, get yourself a locally made whiskey. This building is behind the parking ramp that is behind the shop. And it's going to be a bank headquarters as well as shops and restaurants on the 1st floor facing the Monon here. Mohawk Shopping Center. You can see Carmel Welding. And then this is the apartment complex they're building. This is the road that will be right behind our lot. And come down here to the Mohawk Shopping Center, which is supposed to be torn down anyway. This is the Range line and 126th Street City Center Drive roundabout that was built last year. I think we're up to about 110 roundabouts. You may notice in the background bunch of construction cones. I got a video coming later, but Range line is going to go from 5 lanes to 2 with a center boulevard, which means no left turns. If we're coming up from the south, we got to go past our office up to the 4th Street roundabout, hang the U, and get to our building from the north. I don't know if you can tell much from here, but we're in front of Kroger and we're coming through the new roundabout. Over to the right, there's nothing there because they tore that building down, they tore the Arby's down, and they're going to make this big monster thing called the Proscenium with shops and little quaint streets. This is the roundabout at Range Line and Carmel Drive. And that has kind of helped ease congestion and moves traffic a lot faster. Oops, got my pillar. This is 116th and Range Line. It'll eventually have a roundabout. Over here there used to be an L-shaped shopping center. It just was torn down here in the last month. And that's going to be an apartment complex. On ramp from 146th Street to 31 South. Go right and get on North Range Line and go into the shopping center. But this is all new. You can't get onto Keystone from here, but you can go 31 South. I'm coming up to 136th, coming south on 31. I'm guessing this is the way you used to go home, crossing 31 here to 136th. Now 31 goes over 136th. If you remember before, it was always jammed up. Now it's smooth. Coming under the highway to go on 136, there's about 5 roundabouts you have to go through. Now if you remember before, Main Street stopped at 31. Now there's a on and off ramps, so you get on and off of 31 here at Main Street. You can no longer access Carmel Drive from 31, which puts some restaurants and stuff out of business down there. There's about 6 roundabouts in a row here. That's kind of a pain, and things get a little congested. But I'm going to go over to Pennsylvania. One of the most blown up areas of Carmel is going to be up ahead here. The stuff on the left is new. All of this on the right, the apartment complex, that's probably 7 or 8 years old. That might have been here when you were here, but beyond that is all brand new. Brand new Fairfield Inn that just opened a month or so ago. Big old folks home, bunch of apartments that are still being built up here. It's hard taking a roundabout and having a hand in the air. This first thing on the right's the Fairfield Inn. And then some of this is the old folks home. I think the left is the old folks home. These could be apartments on the right. And this street obviously didn't exist. This was a vacant field. So these are apartments, and I think some of these on the left are condos. And then down to Old Meridian, and the stuff ahead was there. I think this roundabout may be new. This roundabout is going south on Pennsylvania, crossing Old Meridian. And of course, Old Meridian comes from 31 and then heads up to 31 again. Used to be the main drag up to Westfield until the new 31 was built before my time. And then the roundabout after that is where City Center ends at Pennsylvania. Wasn't a very busy intersection, but it was murder to turn on to Pennsylvania when I went home at night. So this is one I was very glad to see. Coming up on 116th Street, Pennsylvania. This, of course, a new roundabout. This was always a bad intersection. It still can be bad, but the roundabout really helped. And then 116th and 31 was another horrid intersection. And with 31 going over, it's a breeze now. Get the post out of the way. And we got another roundabout here, 116th in Illinois. There's a lot of shops and restaurants that have been built here at Illinois. And then I don't know if you can see in the background the Mormon temple that they built at Spring Mill, which of course has a roundabout. We'll go south on Illinois because there's some stuff built up there that's all new. But all this stuff on the right is new since you've been around. McDonald's, other restaurants, and then this big marketplace or market district grocery store and Get-Go convenience store. That's all new. And we'll continue south on Illinois. We'll have a roundabout at 111th, 106th. I think there's one at 103rd, and then it hits Spring Mill. About on Illinois meets up with Spring Mill. So people can go down Spring Mill and meet up here, or they can go down Illinois and meet up here. And we're going to go across 465. And then on either side of Spring Mill, in these vacant lots, supposedly a hospital is going to be built. It hasn't been named two, but a lot of people think St. Vincent is going to build yet another one. And this 96th Street roundabout is the last one going south because we're in Indianapolis, and Indianapolis doesn't like roundabouts. We hit the 136th Street roundabout. If you go straight, you go down Illinois and end up by the IU hospital at 116th. So now we'll go around and get on 136, which is probably the way you came and went home from work hundreds of times. Better stay in my lane. And this big nightmare is how you get across underneath 31. And I usually make a mistake and end up on 31. So we'll go this way. And this is first roundabout. And then here's another roundabout. Third roundabout, and I think I'll go left on 136th, so this will be the fourth roundabout. And then there's the fifth one if you go down Old Meridian. But trying to come up through town is rather difficult.